If it says right, then we're going to pick this side. This is the right. All right. So you have to know range of motion for each body part. The shoulder, you have two exercises for the shoulder. One is flexion and extension. A simple up and a simple down. After you do that, 3, 5, or 10 counts, then you have what we call as abduction. All right. Abduction is away. Point that towards me. All right. Again, this is flexion and extension. This is abduction and adduction. So out, in, up, and down. We're good. By doing that, 3 counts of that. All right. The outside and the up. All right. And you ask for comfortability questions. You're technically done. All right. The other skill, passive range of motion to elbow and wrist. Elbow, wrist. So how do we do range of motion for the elbow? It's a hinge joint, so it's just simply one direction, up and down. You got to make sure you're supporting this for the shoulder. You got to make sure you're supporting the shoulder with one of your hands. This goes up and goes down. For the wrist, it doesn't matter if the hand is facing up on a supination position or a pronation position. So either this or that is fine. For metric, don't care, right? So how do we do range of motion for the wrist? A simple up and down, that is 1 count. And a simple down and up, that is also 1 count. So it doesn't matter which direction you start, that is just 1 count. So do 3, 5, or 10 of those, do 3, 5, and 10 of those for the elbow, and you're done with the skill. Then you do post-procedure. Then the next one is the hip, the knee, and the ankle. All right. So for the hip, it has the same joint as the shoulder. So if the shoulder does up and down and out and in, the hip got to do that. All right. Prometric only requires for you to do one of those for the hip. You could do flexion and extension, abduction and adduction. I always tell my students, because this is much simpler, just do this, out and in, abduction, adduction. All right. Because flexion and extension, you got to lift the leg and do this, up and down, up and down. That's flexion and extension. If you're not sure and you want to make sure, you do both. Proctor won't fail you because of that. You actually did good. All right. So either or. You do flexion and extension, you do abduction and adduction, either or is okay. Then the knee. The knee is the same joint as the elbow. Flexion and extension. So for the knee, just bend the person's knee, support the joint, not from here, support it from underneath, and have the person kick and up and down and up. Flexion, extension, flexion and extension. 3, 5, or 10 counts like that, then you're good. Then you go to the ankle. The ankle got the same joint as the wrist. The same thing. So this is plantar flexion, which is a simple up and a simple down. Same thing here. Up and down. That's 1 count. Up and down. That's 2 count. Plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. For the sake of the written exam, those 2 terminologies you got to know. For the sake of the skilled exam, it's just a simple up and down. For metric proctors, will not care what words you use. All right. But for the written exam, you have to know those words. Abduction, adduction, flexion, extension. All right. Plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. Any questions? All right. So for the sake of training, we're going to do all skills as if it was one. All right. So I'll be performing all of them together. Okay. But those are all 3 different skills. That means once you're done with the shoulder, then you got to start again for the elbow and wrist. Once you're done with the elbow and wrist, then you're going to start again from the beginning with the hip, knee, and ankle. All 3 different skills. All right. Any pain on this side? Because you're going to be exercising now. Good. All right. Start from the beginning again. Good morning, Janine. My name is Rodell. I'll be your CNA for today. How are you today? So we'll be doing exercises. Is that okay? All right. 3rd and last skill, hand hygiene done. All right. So I look at my paper. It says right. Let's say right shoulder. Right. You got no equipment here. So second hand wash does not exist. All right. So that means if you have no equipment, how many hand washings are you supposed to do? 2. Beginning end and the end. All right, Miss Shaheen, I'm going to raise a bit. So I'm going to put my back. Raise it. Again, goes past your knee. You should be fine. Patient got to be flat. All right, Miss Shaheen, I'm going to expose your right arm. Is that okay? Yes. Right, straighten your arm. All right. Is it okay for me to touch your next side? Yes. Right. So again, look at the skills card. It says right arm. Hold the shoulder. Support the arm and up. Any pain? Any discomfort? Any pain? Discomfort? And this is number 2. You're good. And this is number 3. And this was 3 counts. Then you should be good. All right. You're okay. One more exercise. Okay. Shoulder and we go up, out, and in. Any pain? Any discomfort? You're good. And this is number 3. If that's was your 1 skill, then you cover the person's arm. You wrap it up with post procedure, and you're done. Simple. Less than 3 minutes. Technically less than 2. All right. So let's say I did all of that, and then your next range of motion skill is the elbow and wrist. So expose only the body part you're exercising. So right elbow, right wrist. Look at my paper. It says right elbow, right wrist. And make sure this is right. So okay, we're gonna exercise your elbow. Is that okay? Do you have pain on that? All right. If you say yes, then I stop. I stop, and the proctor said, "Oh, you're not allowed to take a test." All right. So again, you're not. All right. Support the elbow. Okay. Raise it off the bed. Then flexion and extension. Any pain? The same as earlier. We're gonna do 3 counts. Okay. And this will be number 3. Good. Any pain, discomfort? All right. Then you support the wrist. Then 3 counts again. Open your palm. All right. Then you go from up and down. Or if you go like this, up and down. It's okay. This is number 2, and of course this is number 3. Any pain, discomfort? So now we're done with that. Cover up again, and if this was your 1 skill for range of motion, then you do post procedure, and then you're out. 2 minutes. All right. All right. Last passive range of motion skill. So Miss Shaheen, I'm gonna do your hip, your knee, and your ankle. Is that okay? Any pain on that? All right. So I'm gonna expose that body part. Is that okay? So take this. Go here. Okay. Open. So again, your choice on what to do with the hip. Okay. I'm gonna touch your hip. Okay. All right. So again, if I'm gonna do flexion and extension, this is what you're supposed to do. Bend the knees. All right. Your hand supporting the hip. And the count of 3, we're going to start. Okay, 3 counts each. 1, 2, 3, up and down. Straight to the You're stiff. And number 2, and of course number 3. Any pain, discomfort? All right. If that was my exercise for the hip, then I'll cover the hip back. Okay. If I'm doing the other hip exercise, which is abduction adduction, same thing. Support the hip. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Out and in. Any pain? Any discomfort? And this is number 3. If that is my one hip exercise, then I'm good with that. Then I cover her hip. All right. Then I now go to the knee. Any pain in your knee? Then I bend her knee. Support the knee, not on top, but underneath. All right. Then we're gonna do 3 counts again. 1, 2, 3. Up, which means kick and down. Any pain? Any discomfort? And this is number 3. And you go down. No pain, right? Cover the knee. You're done with that. Now you're gonna go to the heel. Can you put it there? All right. So for the ankle, it goes a little bit different. From the shoulder up to the knee, my left hand was the one supporting the joints. Now when it comes to the heel, my right arm will now be supporting it. Of course, it's going to be left if you're on the underside. Okay, so cup the heel, let the foot rest on your forearm. Okay, put your hand here because your hand will be the guiding. All right, you'll be guiding the foot where it's supposed to go. This is supporting the joint. So you got no pain on your heel, on your ankle. Good. 1, 2, 3, up and down. All right, dorsiflexion and flexion. Any pain, discomfort? And this is number 3. And then you cover this. Can you wiggle your toes?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you're good. All right, lower the bed. Close open the curtain. All right, you got your call light. You know what to do. Right? Right, so I'll be right back. Okay, only if you need me, I'll be washing my hands, so I perform hand hygiene. Then I come back and wrap up this video. Are you okay? Your glasses, lunch, your debit card, buy food, right? Here, you have $5. All right, so don't get up yet. We're not done. Wrapping up this video. Are you comfortable? All right. So again, you pause. All right. Did you exercise the right way? Did you exercise the correct body part? Did you exercise the correct side? Did you